Okay, it's not leaking right now, but they sent me a video of this illegal saddle valve leaking like a friggin' sieve. It was really bad. I don't know what they did to get it to stop, but these are highly illegal and you cannot use those in any circumstance. I don't think they're legal anywhere in any state, but I could be wrong. So that saddle valve feeds this, and this tees behind the fridge, and it feeds this reverse osmosis machine, and either this or I think it's this and the reverse osmosis machine. So as you can see, the water damage right here. This was wet when I was over here the other day. Cannot use those. Okay, water's off. Kinda. I'm likely gonna have to uninstall all this just to access this. So let me get this taken out. Okay, we got this monstrosity out of here. And now we're left with that. So to take this off, we just gonna take a second, but you get the picture. You just thread these like so. There you go. This is a saddle valve, and the way this works is this right here punctures a hole in the copper. See that? See that little, see it there? That literally punches a hole in the copper, and then you get water from it. It's pretty crazy, really. There's just a tiny little hole on the end of that. So, okay, now this is a compression angle stop, so we're gonna need to take that off next. Get this off of here. I already loosened it. So now you're left with this compression. So you got this this ferrule, this little brass ferrule, and the nut. So there's multiple tools. You got the safety cut, pretty expensive tool, and then you have Pasco puller, which is basically what the Toolception's ferrule blaster was made after. So when would I use this over this? Well, this is actually a perfect example for a scenario in which I would use this, because this is designed to go behind this nut. You put it on behind the nut and it pulls the nut and the ferrule off. Whereas this, you have to have access to the ferrule, which in this case, I can't get this to go, the nut to go back any further. So I wouldn't be able to use the safety cut because this little thing cuts the ferrule. It does not cut the nut, it cuts the ferrule. So this is the better option. You really should have both, in my opinion. But you just open this up, and then this goes on behind. See how it's behind the nut? So then, let me put this, see if I can get this to stay. So that goes on behind the nut, right? And then this, you gotta line it up. Right like that. So that's how it goes on there. See how that works? And then you just hold that. So then you take, this is going to take 2 hands, but let me see if I can set this camera up so you can see what I'm doing here. See the camera, there we go. So then you take some smooth jaws and you just make sure that goes all the way in. That's how that works. This pretty much, if you had to choose between one, I would go with this one because you can use this in pretty much any circumstance, whereas this one, not so much. And I think this is around $100. So yeah, this is the one you would really want. And you can put a drill on this. You can put a little, screwdriver through there. You have this attachment. So it's a really good tool to have. But in some circumstances, this is the better option. Okay, so now we are left with. Can you see that? See the little hole in the copper? Yeah, that's really not good because it's so freaking close to the wall. That I might have to open this up. Otherwise, we are going to have a leak. All right, guy, just get off of there, would you? There you go. Yeah, we're going to have to likely, well, freaking light is awful. Is that lighting better? Looks like we have space back there. I might have to bust this out just a touch. Or is it 90ing right there? Ooh. Yeah, it does 90 right there. But I think we have enough sticking out where I can just cut it right behind this. I could probably get a Pro Press coupling on there. If not, I could sweat one on. This is a very, very tedious job here. There we go. We're just gonna do a little press action. I still have to wrench that down, the angle stop. You know what I just thought of? Is that this is a commercial building, and I wonder, I'm just kind of thinking out loud, I wonder if I was gonna solder these, if I would need a hot work permit. Probably, because this is a building for nurses. So, do I keep it? Nah. Okay, so now we are going to hook up this guy. So the way you do that, you take one of these little brass inserts and you put it in there just like that. And now this is the age-old debate of, do you use a brass ferrule or do you use a plastic ferrule? So this is a plastic ferrule. As you can see, it is directional. Let me clean these up, hang on. Okay, so you have the plastic ferrule. It just goes on there right like that. See how all that goes together? Make sure when you cut this, you cut it nice and flush. And you just put that guy up in there. Make sure you insert this, the pipe, and then you just tighten it. So the debate is, do you use brass or plastic? And I would say plastic, because the argument is that the brass, that this could potentially dig into the plastic and slice it and cause a leak. So I'm going to say that plastic is the way to go. Okay, now you don't have to kill this thing, but you do want it nice and snug. Nice and snug. That's probably good. Okay, let's see. Let's turn the water on. There you go. I don't see any leaks. Water's fully on. And just check for leaks around it like that, right there. You kind of want to make sure this is going in nice and square and straight. So to adapt to the 1/2-inch hoses, I just put a little 1/2-inch by 3/8 adapter here, because this is 1/4 inch by 3/8. Sam at Hirsch Pipe said that they don't make 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch dual angle stops anymore. So that's all right. That's it, man. That's it. So let's make sure we got water. Cool. All right, that's it, folks.